Hi guys! I didn't really want to do anything too special for this video. It was just more of a reply to of Herbs and Altars. Oh, every time I try to film a new video, I just keep messing it up. I didn't even post my other three because I was so upset when I got done. I would go back and just be like, I paused too much, or I forgot what I was going to say. I think I'm tripping out because I can just hit that pause button and be like, all right, well, let's try this again. But I ended up doing that so much I didn't even get it done. So I just want to do this real quick. I actually have my little list out. I figure this will help me somewhere to help me. Anyways, this will be like a get rid of with me video because I think I need something to do. I'm like one of those people, I need to do multiple things at a time because I'm just all over the place all the time. I'm known as the hummingbird at work. I was thinking of maybe like a goth nickname being the dark hummingbird because I'm like, you know, a little black hummingbird. Like, you know, I am constantly all over the place. And this is me after like a hot bath and a good drink. And I am still just rambling on. So anyways, I'm having some face allergies. So I guess I'll do a skin makeup routine that will be programmed for that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started because obviously I'm really excited because I was really inspired by this video. Of Herbs and Altars, I've followed you now for 2015. I think I even wrote a comment because that Christmas I was very depressed and you were playing, you had your little snowball microphone and your guitar, and I play guitar, and I was asking you questions about how you play into the guitar. It's so weird because I'm not talking to you, but I am. I love the whole chat room idea, by the way, because it does help people interact on an interface like this that is so, makes you feel so distant. I cannot look at the camera part because the light, I bought one of those round lights and it's just killing me. It's like staring into the it's like staring into the sun. Help me. Anyways, I am very spazzy, so let's just go ahead and start this, and I will go ahead and ask. It was a reverse mirror thing, so we're answering you as far as what to do. So the first thing, oh, by the way, I wanted to promote Illamasqua. If you need some white foundation or some goth foundation, Illamasqua is incredible. They actually have a sale going on now where if you add, I think it's about 90 British pounds, they give you a free trial of all their stuff, and then they also include like a little mini travel size primer, which is cool. So illamasqua.com, that's what I just put in Illamasqua. It came up, it's a British site. I was on the site going, oh, British conversions to pounds, and it was 90 US dollars is like 130, close to that. It's not the precise one, but you can just go online and it's great. I'm just burping all the way through this. Anyways, Illamasqua, really awesome, cool stuff. I am such a spaz. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm gonna take the first question. I have you up on my screen so I remember what I'm doing. What is my favorite goth moment? Okay, well, let's go ahead and do the get ready. Let's see if I can do this together. If I can't, then I'll just really be messed up. First of all, I'll just show you products as I put them on, because I don't own Illamasqua products, by the way. I wish that I did. Oh my god, just expensive, and between the goth clothes and everything else, I don't want to go down that road again. I already have where I buy. Oh my god, my foundation brush is not here. I have a foundation brush that's new that I really like, and it's not here, so I don't know what happened. I just keep losing all my stuff. So obviously this is harder. You know, this is kind of like a challenge. Let's do this. Answer questions from someone else that you know very well, that you know you can answer, and then try to do your makeup at the same time. I might do another reprisal of this when I have all of my makeup. This is really difficult. Okay, Alright, so what was my favorite goth moment? Alright, I have a lot to talk about. The Illamasqua thing, I just wanted to get out of the way. No, I do not link things below on the line. I can't. You're lucky that you get a video out of me. So, oh god. Alright, so, what favorite goth moment? Alright, I used to live in Hollywood, and I walked up and down Sunset Boulevard, and I found a place that I really liked. And it turned out to be a stripper / costume place. So I went into I was so thin at the time, by the way. I am so far from how I used to look. I used to be a stick, and I had, you could see just bone, bone, bone. I was a ballerina for years, and so I thought, oh my God, I fit right into the whole goth thing because I'm so thin. Can you be goth if you're so thin? And then when you gain weight, can you still be goth? Yes, of course, either way. But I felt at the time it was really a plus that I looked a little bit freaky, and the guys were always like, oh, you're too flat-chested, and you need your boobs to be bigger, and that's the way I like you, and I'll take you on a date if your boobs are bigger. So I went through a lot of that. So I found the goth scene to be very comforting, and I found a really neat... that store was weird for me to be in at the time. I felt like I shouldn't have been in there because it was so much alternative stuff, but I loved it. I was very intrigued, and I found a bikini top and a skirt that was so beautiful. It had this checkered pattern that when you moved it was black, but it would move, and it had this like, it just reminded me of the whole futuristic thing. You know, the Matrix was like really in, and I just thought, that's it, I gotta wear this. So the top matched the bottom, and I wore it to I was dancing, and I knew that I was going to be moving to Texas soon. I was very, very depressed. So I thought, well, I'll just dance, and who cares? And this is before I drank. I never drank. I would go out, and I mean, I was a stick in this thing, and I was dancing around. I mean, there is no fabric to this whatsoever. I might as well have just gone to the goth club in my bikini. But I felt so good and so powerful. And it's been proven that goth dancing increases testosterone levels. And in women, it's kind of important because sometimes when you're everyday life can make you very emotional. Just I'm a woman and I have no idea, and cry. Keep in mind, I'm not doing my makeup anymore. But it's interesting to see the evolution of. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. So I hope you got enough out of that question of Herbs and Altars, who has a much better train of thought than me. If you think you ramble on and on, I don't think you do at all. Actually, I think it's very amusing because I can play your videos and there's actually some content. It's not just like 3 things, or look at what I'm wearing today, or look at, you have nothing like that. You just talk and it's interesting. Cringe moment. Let's see. Yes. Have a good one. There was a guy named Boone at the club that I loved to go to. It wasn't Maleficent. It was some other name, and I can't think of it right now. I have a lot of trouble remembering names of places and people, so bear with me here on this challenge, but I do remember his name because he wouldn't give me a hug, and I was one of those people. I used to be like, oh, give me a hug, I'm so good, you know, and I had this bright blonde pixie-like hair, and I just thought it was real cute, so I came up to him and I was like, oh, give me a hug, and he wouldn't do it. And this guy, let me paint a visual image. Big earrings, long leather coat. This was someone you would not want to mess with. He was big guy. I've never seen anyone like him at a club ever. I've been to a lot of clubs, a lot of goth clubs, never. He wore, you know, those things you hook your keys on, real big chain things. He wore those through his ears. So I thought, oh, well, this is someone to mess with, you know, because I was just a little sprightly girl. I've been weightlifting, and I really thought, you know, oh, P90X, yeah. I'll take this guy on. So I got upset at him. He was walking away, and like the goth that I thought I was, I had the wrong definition of it, by the way. This is not ideal. I threw my water bottle with the cap off. I had twisted it off, so when I pitched it, the cap would go flying, and the bottle of water, if he had been a little bit closer, that water just went all over the ground, and he just turned around, and I just remember him being like, and he was, you know, skinhead and everything. And he just looked at the water on the ground and looked up at me, and he was in this perfectly long leather coat. I mean, this thing must have been $500. And at that time, you know, you didn't see many people with those. By the way, I'm using Black Fridays. Yeah. I think it's called Laval 407 Cream Powder White. This turns any... Do not invest in Illamasqua foundation if you have regular foundation. This white stuff works really well. I have blotchy face. Can you really be a goth when you have a blotchy orange face from living in a state where there's sun all the time? That's my question. That's my question. All right, so anyways, that was my cringiest moment. Oh, he turned around and he wanted to kick my ass. And after that, every time I went into a goth club, he would sit on my legs and he'd be like, apologize. I'd just be like, oh my God, my boyfriend at the time was so scared of him. He didn't want to admit this, but he'd go out for a smoke break when he saw him coming around like, oh, I just need to quit smoking. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck you. Like, I'm like dealing with this issue here. And I think I said I was sorry, but to have a 6'4" guy sitting on your legs saying apologize, I mean, my God, that was really scary. Anyways, hitting 9 minutes here. So that was cringy as fuck. Who did I first? Okay. When I was at the club, the first person I saw was someone called, I think her name was Forrest something. She's really pretty, long curly black hair. She'd stand up on the podiums and dance, and I don't think she was a go-go dancer at the time or anything, but she had this one move that she'd do, like, she'd go back like this, and it reminded me of, like, a really dark gothic kind of Buddha, so I just flipped out, of course, and wanted to be like her. And it turned out, I think my ex still was dating her, so he had a huge crush on her, which only makes it worse, because you're like, well, they're so perfect, and he has a crush on her, and that's it, you know, I like him, and he needs to, you know, I was crazy at the time, so I thought, I need to make this work, I need to be just like her, and everything, and now I think about it, and, you know, we've all gotten older, we've all progressed, gained weight, whatever, and you look back, and, you know, I still admire her very much, but I wonder what the heck was the matter with me at the time. I just really thought she was so cool, and it's like, just be yourself, really just be yourself, because you have your own amazing skill. There used to be a woman that showed up in full lingerie. She's Japanese at the club, and I was so enamored with her, and then I realized years later that lingerie isn't really goth clothing. She looked like she had gotten half dressed and come out, and yeah, it was weird. She was with my ex at the time, and I was really jealous, and I thought that was really funny that, you know, he you know, goofy white girl versus, you know, I was like, dude, you don't know your type if you're trying to date me, and then you're dating her, and it was really awkward. I've had a lot of stuff like that where you'll get very upset at people at the club, and because there's no interaction really, it's just, you're never talking to them or anything, so you can't really straighten anything out. So the music's just blasting, so if you're upset, there's nothing you can really work out when you're there. You're just like, no one cares. Let's see, controversial. Oh, yeah. Can you still listen, if you don't like goth music, can you still be a goth? I love goth music. I set up my living room as a way to lose pounds. I put a bunch of lights up in my living room, and they blast, and it looks like a club, and I play nothing but goth music. There might be a couple of indie songs that I throw in there, but they sound dark, and that is why I include those. But that's about it. I think it's more country. I love the music, so I don't know if someone does not. There's so many different types of music in goth now, and there's so many different people coming out with different things. So that one lady that designs the handbags for, like, it's Black Friday, she has a band. She's beautiful. Evelyn de Mornay. I love how everyone says she has small eyes, because, like, I've always had, like, smaller eyes, and as I've gotten older, my face is kind of rounded out, which is, in a way, is good, and in a way is not good. It makes contouring hard. Contouring! Let's get to contouring. Oh my god. Should I be filming this right now? I don't know. But anyways, we're having fun, I think. You know, it's hard when you say that and you realize the other person is there. But, yes, you can be a goth without listening to goth music. It just makes it really difficult, because it's just without the fashion. And I think it's Black Friday said, without the fashion, without the makeup, without the music, it's nothing. That's her opinion. I kind of feel the same way. It's like, who are you getting dressed up for? The makeup for? Are you going to go to your altar and praise, you know? The music is beautiful. By the way, the top 10 reason why I go to a goth club, and this is a question for you, Verbs and Altars, since I have listened to your video several times trying to memorize your questions, is why do you dress up and go out to a club? I do it because I feel a certain sense of empowerment, which I find is extremely unusual, and I swear I know how to put goth makeup on. I absolutely swear. I do it all the time. I do not, also, do you feel like a goth when you can't get dressed up every day? I really liked one of your videos, because you just said that, you know, you hadn't gotten dressed up, and it was whatever. You're still you, and what was that thing you said? You said if you don't wear all the makeup, you still feel very, sometimes you just don't want to deal with everyone that's out asking you 9 million questions, and being in a very conservative place that I am, it's just not really my thing to do that. Let's do pastel goth, since it's easier. Speaking of easier, I do have a lot of goth looks, like on my Instagram. It's under Quimby Mercury. I do a lot of goth looks. Anyways, I think that's everything I wanted to mention. I'll just finish up my makeup, and then maybe this will cut out right in the middle and save me from, oh, by the way, this is a really neat palette. It's, Addicted to Pretty, and it's, I'm using Moki. Sugar pills. I can't get enough of sugar pills. Controversial foundation. I talked about it. I don't know. Oh, the chat room vibe. I wanted to. All right. Maybe I can do my makeup while talking about that. I think it's a great idea. I think for those of us that are older, we do remember the chat room vibe and how cool it is. It is a beautiful thing to see people connecting, and no, there is not enough of it. There really is not enough of it. We do have chat rooms like Twitch. If you're like a video gamer, Twitch, and let's see, what else is really good as far as a chat room? I really like my Xbox because there's a chat on there. You can watch someone play a video game and you can chat with them about it. And one of my favorite people on there is Kirsch. He's really good. He's very funny. He dresses up like Darth Vader and does some really cool stuff. And okay, anyways, let's go ahead and throw some acid berry in there. You know, let's just go nuts. Let's do acid berry. I'll do a kind of a different kind of look from what I normally do. I'm gonna put that in the middle. Speaking of, are you goth if you wear certain types of makeup? I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but I used to wear just acid berry and then a streak of black makeup. And I remember someone coming up to me at the club and saying, you know, you don't really wear a lot of makeup. And I just felt like I was trying too hard when I did. I showed up, I had black on, that was good enough. And I have seen a lot of goth girls not do makeup. There was one that I saw at this place called The Dungeon. And I never went back there, by the way. It was exactly how it sounded. It was rank. It was the fetish scene, all that stuff. I had no idea what that was. I was just like, get me out of here. Really weird people. But she showed up, and she was really cool. She had no makeup on. She's just as weirded out as me. I think we ended up going to Das Bunker at the time. That was really a cool place to be. And we partied there. But she wore no makeup and just eyeglasses. Dark eyeglasses, and I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Ever seen. Anyways, this is a Stila. I don't know. There's so many black liners out there. I got this one too. I wouldn't say yes or no to any of them. Let's do the speckled look. Why not? I'll blend. I'm gonna take from, oh God, who did I just see do this? Toxic Tears. She did these dots around her eye. I thought it was so cute. Let's just do that. She's so genius. She goes, oh, well, you don't really need to just do random dots all over your face. And I was like, oh God, like what? This is so difficult. So easy to do in a way. So difficult to do. Yeah, there we go. I just splotched one. Yeah, you're gonna end up looking like a leopard, you know. This actually is really neat stuff. This is once you kind of have your lines in place, you can do this to kind of fix, but this is kind of a really cool liner. It's NYX liquid liner. Woohoo! I'll be happy if this video posts. I don't know how y'all do it. You're beautiful YouTubers. You just make videos and go, oh, they post, and it's just amazing. And I'm like, how did you do that? I'm going to take some of this Deviant Cosmetics, one of my favorite kind of brands, really, really pretty kind of powder, a little bit of glue. I will finish this look. I will. Oh, another thing, the goth temperament. It was interesting. When I was at the clubs, you had to be very, in Los Angeles, everything's about looks. So if you were not, I'm just going to put the glue right here. If you're not 100% dark, and you know, I show up and I'm like, you know, like, because I am a complete and 100% spaz. Same brush, a little bit of glitter. Ooh, you're pretty, you're pretty. All right. If I keep talking like that, my cat's gonna come in here. I'll be like, oh, are you talking to me? I did not do this perfectly, and I don't really care. Just go ahead and brush this. Don't brush it. Sorry, pat it. Yeah. I don't know. Are you able to be a goth when you are spazzing out all the time? Are you able to? Yes, you can. My God, I always felt bad. I was like, God, I don't feel gothic. I never, and also my hair was always really long and really, really flat. And I was always kind of, you know, I don't know. But can you stick with it for a long time? Can you go out and buy Manic Panic and throw it in your hair and have it be a different color or tone? Can you handle that? Yes. Oh, yeah. So if you are not gothic in one way, I promise you're gothic in another. That's why I liked it. There's so many aspects to it. Scandal eyes. I have these big lips. I know everybody goes, oh, I want big lips. I will tell you one thing about them. They are impossible to find the actual, where do you play? Ugh. All right, this is so difficult. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. All right, so chat away, start a dial up off of that. I hope my next video is a little more organized. But like I said, I will start recording a video and just be like, what was I thinking? You know, I'll go back and go, I don't know what, like, I even wrote down, pink gloss, by the way, to make it a little shiny. It just fixes it. If you're, you know, doing what I'm doing right now, which is being a complete spaz. Purple mascara. Oh, because I'm so different. I love purple mascara. Gosh, people in LA were so annoying because they would just go on and on about how gothic they were, and that does not make you a goth. If you watch some of the older 1982 videos of like people going to clubs in London, they just were. They just had the black hair and it wasn't that. Like some of them even listened to jazz music. I remember this interviewer, I'm done by the way, I can't do this anymore. I won't do my hair. I just wanted to do like my usual, this is what I used to do when I was younger. I would wear the greens and like the kind of pastel goth, and then I do dark lipstick and I go, oh, I don't know if this is what I should look like, and I take it all off and try it again. But you know, I felt goth. You throw some goth, you can throw a goth t-shirt on, throw some jeans on. Anyways, don't have an attitude when you're a goth. They call those elitist goths, and that's very annoying. So don't have an attitude. Just be yourself. Be who you want to be. And I'm sweating. I'm having like an anxiety attack here. I'm going to turn this off now because I'm at 21 minutes. But thank you, Verbs and Altars, for doing something that I can relate to, because I love the chat vibe. I love the idea of people conversing and discussing things that are new and unusual. And I will try to let you know that I did this and then link you to my video the best that I can. Because although I do love Instagram and all that stuff, it's a limited thing, you know. And I'm going to take my makeup off now and go to bed. So anyways, guys, nice to chat with you. Let's start a dialogue. And no meanness, no trolling. That's not nice, okay? All right, bye.